President Zelensky of Ukraine went to the Oval Office to meet with President Trump and Vice President Vance, among others. And on camera, President Trump and Vice President Vance proceeded to berate Zelensky, to scold him, to call him ungrateful, to say he needs to say thank you, and to overall just spout pro-Russian talking points. But they weren't the only ones who berated Zelensky. Matt Walsh has some berating for Zelensky for even more shallow reasons. So on X, Matt Walsh tweeted, and we've got pictures of Zelensky, he's in his sweater. Can this guy dress like an adult for once in his life? You're meeting the President of the United States. Wear a suit, for God's sake. And the replies are glorious. You've got people posting images of Elon Musk in his t-shirt meeting with Trump, Elon Musk in dark MAGA hats, just with a blazer on. But yeah, no suit necessarily, just a blazer, no tie, looking like a total dork. And he's chastising Zelensky for wearing this black sweater. By the way, sweaters still look plenty nice. But if you're going to berate people over how they dress, at least be consistent. Matt Walsh would not be consistent. If any account came after Elon Musk for the way that he dresses in the Oval Office, Matt Walsh would come after that account. He would say, you whiny crybaby, you're not concerned about the stuff that matters. The stuff that matters is that they're mutilating children and that there's abortion. Why don't you care about stuff that matters? How people dress is entirely irrelevant. Go frick yourself. He would go off like that. But now, when he's got this guy, this international leader who he doesn't like, he prefers Putin over Zelensky. He's like, oh, well, you can't wear a sweater. You need to dress like an adult. You need to wear a suit. By the way, I don't care when the guys I like don't wear suits. Complete and utter hypocrisy. He sucks at being transparent about it. Everyone can see through him. Everyone can see through his nonsense, his partisan far-right commentary. This is grifting. I'll tell you what it is. It's grifting, plain and simple. A lot of people who like him also like Putin. They think that Zelensky defending himself in Eastern Europe is totally wrong. They don't like Ukraine. They might have a few valid criticisms of Ukraine here and there, but for the most part, they're just Russian propagandists, Russian stooges. And so they'll see commentary like that and be like, yeah, dork, why don't you wear a suit and tie? Why do you wear a sweater? You look like such a dweeb in your black sweater. That's so ridiculous and insulting to the President of the United States. Why don't you dress up like an adult? It kind of reminds me, remember Obama's tan suit gate? Now, obviously, he was still wearing a suit at least, but people on Fox News actually called him a Marxist, insinuated like he was a far-left communist, and that this tan suit was proof of it. A tan suit means nothing about your political ideology. They look pretty cool. You know what? Obama rocked it, and Ronald Reagan also rocked it. Reagan rocked the tan suit. So there's nothing wrong with the color of suit you wear. There's nothing wrong with not wearing a suit at all. Sweaters look pretty cool too. Rule of thumb, if you are criticizing people over the way that they dress, you are losing. You are intellectually vapid. You have no valid points whatsoever, and you are basically admitting that by criticizing them over something so unbelievably shallow as the way that they dress. And let's face it, if we really want to scrutinize the way people dress, look at how many far-right Republican politicians wear suits that don't really fit them at all. Like, the fit is just terrible, it's like baggy or something like that. The pants are too baggy. Look at Trump's pants. I mean, he wears a suit, I'll give him that credit. He chooses to dress up very nicely every day. He chooses his ties pretty well, but oftentimes his ties are too long and his clothes are oversized. And I think he does that for strategic purposes. I'm not going to say, I don't want to be too mean, but you know what I'm getting at. So yeah, look, how people dress is a nonpartisan issue. Do not take partisan shots over it, because chances are you've probably excused someone on your own side who is dressed poorly. I mean, and I say poorly very loosely. Arguably poorly is more like what I'm trying to say. Arguably not super formally. But yeah, there have been plenty of people who have met with the President of the United States who have not worn suits. Get over it, Matt. Including the guy that you like, Elon Musk. You simp for him because he's the richest person on the planet. You bootlick him so hard. And yet you hold him to a different standard than the president whose country was invaded by Russia and who is currently facing an onslaught from Vladimir Putin, one of the biggest dictators on the planet. Let me know what you think in the comments below. As always, please like, comment, or subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. This has been the Morris the Merrier, and I look forward to speaking to you in my next video.